You join me here today again at Tesla Manchester, where they very kindly invited me back again to discuss the all-new DC expansion pack. Now you might be wondering, do I need a DC expansion pack? What is the DC expansion pack all about? And what does it even do? Let me start by breaking down what the DC expansion pack is and what it's going to do to your already installed Powerwall 3. First of all, a little disclaimer, you must have a leading Powerwall 3, so that's the one with the inbuilt inverter in order to have a DC expansion pack. If you buy a DC expansion pack just by itself, it's not going to do a great deal. So, DC expansion pack, what is it? How does it work? Well, one of the main differences between the main leading Powerwall 3 and DC expansion pack is the fact that the DC expansion pack doesn't have a built-in inverter. They've removed it because, quite frankly, they don't need it. Because if you've got the leading Powerwall, that is perfectly capable of being able to charge the DC expansion pack and also discharge as well. So this gives you the ability to double, triple, quadruple the amount of storage that you have in your home for a much lower price. Now, the performance of your main Powerwall 3 will not be affected in this, other than the ability for it to be able to charge much quicker. So, your current Powerwall 3 can charge at 5 kilowatts and can discharge at 11.04 kilowatts, depending on how you've got it set up, of course, around the grid connections, but we'll work on that basis that it's at maximum performance. Now, if you get the DC expansion pack, that's going to increase your charge rate to 8 kilowatts, an additional 3. Now, if you're a cheap night rate alongside your Powerwall 3, this will have the ability to be able to fill it up much faster, so meet a much shorter time window, which can be a real game changer if you're limited by the amount of time it can charge. Now, something I didn't realise until recently, bear in mind this product that literally just hit the shelves, is the ability for it to be installed in a couple of different ways. So way number one is probably the most traditional method. If you're limited on space, this would probably be the most ideal method as well. So imagine we've now got our leading Powerwall. All that happens is our DC expansion pack goes behind. If we have another DC expansion pack, it goes behind that and behind that again. You can have up to 3 DC expansion packs with one leading Powerwall at launch. You can also then have 3 other leading Powerwalls in addition to that as well. But it can only be on the one main leading that we have the 3 expansion packs. Now, at a later date, you will have the ability of having up to 12 DC expansion packs and 4 leaders on a standard single-phase system. Let's talk about lead length. So one of the things they've done with the Powerwall 3 DC expansion pack is made it rapid for installers to be able to expand the battery storage. Now, Tesla claim this can happen in as little as 22 minutes. In practicality, from an actual engineer's opinion, it's probably going to take a little bit longer than that. So if you have anything laid out, it could probably take half an hour. But in practicality, it's probably going to take anything up to about half a day to realistically install a DC expansion pack. But that is rapid in battery storage terms. If you're enjoying this video so far, don't forget to hit the subscribe button below. Let's have a discussion in terms of how we can physically mount this. So we can put leading Powerwall, bring that forward, put DC expansion pack behind it and mount it on top. And there's a pre-made 0.5 meter lead that enables that to happen. Now you might go, well, actually I've got the space, I want them side by side and I want them to look really pretty and I want these units on show. Well, you can expand that distance, anything up from 2 meters to 4 meters. You can put it on top, you can mount it side to side, but you still retain the IP67 rating, which is all important if you're in an area that's prone to a little bit of flooding. For essentially, in the event that you want to get up that 60 centimeter mark with water, it will work like normal. You might be thinking, how much do they cost? Well, as it presently stands, the cost is yet to settle within the industry, but the DC expansion pack is so new, as say, it literally just hit the shelves, that it would be wrong of me to be breaking down the cost on this video because of that commoditization that I believe will be taking place. So that explains everything that you need to know about the all-new DC expansion pack by Tesla Energy. If you're thinking of having a Powerwall 3, they are an epic bit of kit. And if you're thinking, I need a bit more storage, that DC expansion pack will probably work for you as well. Thank you.